Tigers going on left field, Christian Sheffield over the center field, and Urban. On the right field, number 6. Third base, Bryce Bessetti, and shortstop, Wilson Anderson. At second base, Tyler Alturio. At first base, Samir Muhammad. To that point, Vincent McCarlo. And on the mound, Brady Ward.
All right, this is Doug Police with the Jesuit Tigers Sports Network, and we'll bring you the Gaither Cowboys visiting the Jesuit Tigers this evening. Beautiful, beautiful spring evening, clear sky, nice, comfortable, cool temperature. It just as beautiful a day as you can have here. All right, so you may hear an occasional gunshot in the background. That is not because we're in a rough neighborhood. It's because there's a track meet that is simultaneously going on just beyond left field over on the track at Corral Memorial Stadium. Well, Brady Hoare is going to head out to the mound to get things started for Jesuit against the Gaither Cowboys. Brady is a senior. He's 6'3", 190. Right-hander. He's headed to Bucknell to play for the Bisons up in the Patriot League up in Pennsylvania next year. Well, behind him, left field, Christian Sheffield. Center, Cannon Murtaugh. Brody Smith in right. First base, Samir Muhammad. Second, Tyler Alvario. Shortstop, Wilson Anderson. And Bryce Bessetti at third. Behind the plate, Vincent DiCarlo. Brady will be facing Jackson Mirza, David Pena, Anthony Linares, Angel Hernandez, Albert Antonori, Ryder Warner, Ryan Deek, Jeffrey Kavicki, and Eddie Rojo. So to start things off, all right, Jackson Mirza. Jackson, a senior, is going to stay right here in Tampa and play for USF next year. He'll lead things off for the Gaither Cowboys against Brady Hoare. He's a 7-time all-tournament selection in perfect game events, and let's play ball, folks. You can catch this if you're watching it and listening, then you know this already, but on YouTube at Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. Brady Hoare works from the stretch, and that is swung on and fouled back into the pond. Brady gets right out of 60% first pitch strike ratio. He's pitched 9 1/3 innings, struck out 12, walked 4. He's second on the team with a .750 ERA. And there is his fastball that's got some arm side run, as they say. But that one down in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike. Little bit of a breeze from right field toward left field, but not too much. And Brady kicks, and that looks like it sailed a little bit wide to the left-handed hitting Jackson Mirza, who now enjoys a 2-1 count. Brady Hoare is the 16th ranked right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this senior class. That one up and in, and Mirza jumps out to a 3-1 count. His mother filming on the first row. I got to talk with her before the game. She helped me with some of the pronunciations. There's a strike over the outside corner. And so Mirza doing what you hope a leadoff hitter does, is let his dugout see as many pitches as possible. And we'll see if it results in him as a base runner. Hoare comes set at the belt and slings it, and that is fouled straight back. So a good leadoff at bat for Jackson Mirza. Hustling over to get it is David Pena, the third baseman and the number 2 hole hitter. Playing him pretty much straight away. I mean, Cannon Murtaugh in center field shaded a little bit toward left field. Hoare gets up to 91 miles an hour with his fastball. And you can see this yourself, the shadow kind of coming right. Brady is now fully contained within the shadow. And that is hit up in the air to the left side. All 3 of them headed over there. Wilson Anderson calls for it, and then Christian Sheffield ends up having the best stab at it, but does not get it. And that is going to be a leadoff hit as Bassesi, Anderson, and Sheffield all kind of encircled that one, triangulated it, but no luck on the catch, and that's going to be a base runner. That's basically going to be a double for Jackson Mirza to lead things off here. That brings up David Pena. That one down in the dirt. It gets by DiCarlo. That's a ball, and Jackson Mirza quickly over to third base on the wild pitch. And the Gaither Cowboys are in a fine spot here, just a couple of minutes into this game in the top of the first here. Brady Hoare has thrown 8 pitches, 4 strikes, 4 balls. David Pena up, another lefty with an empty count. That one hit in the air, but foul and out of play on the left side. Mirza takes his lead at third. Hoare sets and slings, and that is bounced foul to the right side. Samir picks that up and tosses it back out to Brady Hoare. And now Hoare is at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that shadow, boy, it really is just cutting right across the pitching rubber. So with his back to the sun is not in his face. It's right on the back of his uniform. And that one fouled, sort of a soft liner foul down the left field line. And so the Cowboys getting the bat on the ball. Even the base hit just inside the left field line. So nothing to the big part of the field yet, but only the second batter of the game. He kicks and delivers, and that one fouled back into the pond. So David Pena with 4 straight foul balls after the leadoff ball 1, and the count stays at 1-2. Again, Brady Hoare going to play up in Pennsylvania in the Patriot League for the Bucknell Bison when he leaves here and heads up there in the fall. That one hit in the air to right field. Brody Smith, he's under it. He grabs it. Tagging up and easily scoring is going to be Jackson Mirza. And the sacrifice fly by Pena puts the Cowboys on the board. Anthony Linares hits a hard ground ball. It's knocked down by Wilson Anderson, but not able to recover in time to get a good throw off. And Anthony Linares is on with an E6. All right, Angel Hernandez. He'll step in now, the number 4 hole hitter. Takes ball 1. And Angel, a junior, a 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. 1 away, 1 run in. Top of the first. That is popped up foul in foul territory. Is it going to carry? Yeah, it's staying fair. Samir calls off DiCarlo, but the ball bounces between them right by the on-deck circle over on the first base side. And that is foul ball. And it's a ball and a strike. Come on. 1 away, top of the first. A ball, a strike, and out. A run in. Angel Hernandez, the second baseman, up to bat, righty on righty against Brady Hoare. Goodness. And there is a ball that's going to head all the way to the fence there beyond first base. And Linares gets over to second base on the error. Mike, that's an E3, right? That's E3, correct? He's right. No, it was right here. Okay, yeah, but it was right. But that's fine. Either way. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't make any difference. And there's a fastball down low, ball one. Or ball two, sorry. 2 balls and a strike to Angel Hernandez. So the old thing, the old saying, make them earn it. Well, so far early on in this one, that is not the tail of the tape, as the ball that falls in left field, perhaps catchable. A ground ball error, a throwing error. They earned it with the pop fly, but there was a wild pitch to get him to. There's a fastball that rings him up on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Brady Hoare, and that's a strikeout looking. So a lot of gifts here in this top of the first, and Brady Hoare trying to limit this and see if he can keep the Cowboys just to 1 run here in the top of the first. 5-hole hitter, right fielder Albert Antonori, the junior, perfect game all tournament selection once. He's a lefty. Hoare slings that one, but it's low. As I said, he gets it up to 91, so he's got a lot of gas on it, a lot of steam, but just a little bit low on a number of these. He's right around the strike zone, just a little low. That's that one. Okay, that one caught a kneecap. Two down, top of the first. Again, visiting Gaither Cowboys. And that's popped up. Oh, that's popped up in that same spot, right along the left field line. And that one comes back, drifts back toward the field. And Anthony Linares, who was moving on the pitch, he scores. So what do we call that, Mike? Then nobody touches. That's an identical one to Jackson Merz's, and that's going to score Anthony Linares. Another double. Coach Menendez goes out to talk with the whole bunch there. I mean, catching them. I'm sure he's saying, guys, come on. Ryder Warner, the catcher, comes up. Catching a pop fly in this top of the first is like trying to pick a lock with a spaghetti strand. And not a whole lot of success. I mean, Brady Hoare has to be thinking, all right, he's looking for out number 7 in the first inning. That one hit hard in the 5-6 hole. Are they going to send him? Yes, he sends Albert Antonori. Ball juggled a little bit in left field, and that's going to score another Cowboy. That is a base hit from Ryder Warner, and around third on the throw on that, what's going to be a left fielder error there. That scores Antonori. Fouls it off, This is Ryan Deek, the shortstop. He's the 7th hitter to come up. Sophomore, one-time perfect game all-tournament selection. And this is not the way this game was scripted by the Tigers for sure. One runner aboard. Hyer delivers. That's hit in the air to left field. Fighting the sun a little bit is Sheffield, but he does grab it for the 3rd out. And mercifully, the Tigers are out of this top of the 1st inning. All right, top of the 1st, 3 runs on 3 hits. 3 Tiger errors, 1 man left on base, and we move to the bottom of the 1st inning, and it is 3-0 Gaither. All right, Anthony Linares is going to come out and pitch for the Gaither Cowboys. Anthony, senior right-hander. He will be pitching to Ryder Warner behind the plate. In the infield, 3rd base David Pena, shortstop Ryan Deek, Angel Hernandez at 2nd base, and Jeffrey Kavicki at 1st base. Right to left in the outfield, right fielder Albert Antonori, Jackson Mirza in center, and Eddie Rojo in left field. All outfielders are left-handers for the Gaither Cowboys. And of course, all the infielders are right-handed, even the 1st baseman. So, a rocky start tonight for the Jesuit Tigers. And let's see if the bats can come alive and get back 3 of these runs, or even just peck away at it a little bit at a time. All right, Christian Sheffield comes up left fielder, and Christian is 2nd on the team in on-base percentage at .462. Had 10 hits so far in this young season, about a 1/3 of the way through the season, and a breaking ball from Anthony Linares darts away from his bat, and he gets a swinging strike 1. Christian, the junior, number 15 ranked 2nd baseman in the state of Florida in this junior class, 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection. He lets that one go, and it's that same pitch, that same slider, and it's outside. Again, folks, if you hear a random gunshot, it's just the track meet over in Corral Memorial Stadium. It's not a bad neighborhood here, I promise. Sort of a nubber to shortstop. That one picked up by Deek, sends it across in time for out number 1. All right, Vincent DiCarlo comes up. Now, Vincent, those of you not familiar, Vincent's committed to go up to North Carolina State, play for the Wolfpack next year, senior. He hits a hard line drive on a hanging breaking ball, sends that one right up the middle. to center fielder Jackson Mirza, who relays it back in very quickly, but Vincent DiCarlo's on with a single. And is he going to have someone run for him? No, it looks like Vincent's going to run for himself. So Samir Muhammad comes up. Sophomore, 6'5", 250-pound sophomore. Now, Samir, he is sort of the team leader in a few different categories. OPS, slugging percentage, home runs. He is one that you don't want to hang a breaking ball to. That's an inside, sort of a running fastball from Linares. He gets a strike on a foul ball up into the netting on the first base side. Playing him straight away. Jackson Mirza straight behind. I mean, a straight line, basically, from pitcher to second base to Jackson Mirza out in center field. Flips around, throws it over, but a diving Vincent DiCarlo remains safe. So you're going to have Sheffield, DiCarlo, Muhammad. And then on deck now, Brody Smith, followed by Bassesi, Murtaugh, Anderson, Moran, and Alvario. Tyler Moran DHing tonight. There goes Vincent DiCarlo. Called strike, the snag, the tag, in time, and he gets him stealing. A perfectly played ball. Just perfect throw, right on the money. That was a called strike, yes. And Vincent DiCarlo cut down for the second out. And the 0-2 to Samir Muhammad. Fastball. Outside, I guess. But we'll take it. I think that Warner was set up a little bit outside there. Threw it right to his glove, which is deceiving. And the breaking ball, a sweeping breaking ball, gets a swing and a miss. And the Tigers go 1-2-3. All right, bottom of the first, no runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. After one complete, Gaither Cowboys 3, Jesuit Tigers 0. All right, in the first inning, Brady Hoare, 26 pitches, 19 strikes, 7 balls. I bet you out of those 19 strikes, 13 were foul balls. How many baseballs do we go through in a year? Do we know that? Oh, we were getting short on balls. We went and collected them off the roof of the dugout. All right, due up is Kavicki, Rojo, and then back to the top of the order with Jackson Mirza. All right, Jeffrey Kavicki, the first baseman, lines up righty on righty to Brady Hoare, who delivers. And that one's kind of a dying changeup, a good pitch. Doesn't land in the strike zone, but boy, that's going to be a troublesome pitch if he gets ahead in the count. He'll get some swing and misses on that. There's a fastball kind of tailing back toward Kavicki, who manages to get a foul tip that just dribbles back to the backstop. Evens up the count 1-1. Top of the second, The top of the first was a rough one, but Gaither got 3 runs and benefited from 3 hits, 3 Jesuit errors. Just sort of one of those, you want to get that inning out of your system and just flush it. That one hit in the air to right center field. Brody Smith over, makes the grab, and gets the out. All right, one away. Eddie Rojo, the left fielder, left-handed hitting left fielder to face Brady Hoare. Playing him straight away. Hoare comes, looked like he was going to drag bunt there. He offered, but missed. And so that's going to be strike 1. Squared around. Kind of half-hearted. I mean, it just didn't necessarily look like he was fully committed to it. There's a fastball right over the outside corner, and that's a called strike. So Brady Hoare doing his job here. 0-2. That one, same pitch, and he manages, Rojo does, to get a foul tip out of it. It sort of trickles back to the backstop, and Vincent DiCarlo back there to get it, hands it to the umpire, and the count stands at 0-2. Brady Hoare looks in, gets a sign from DiCarlo, set at the belt. He kicks and delivers, and it's a ball outside. DiCarlo thought he had him rung up, and he throws it to third base for the ceremonial throw around afterward, and he's the only one that moved. Home plate umpire didn't react, neither did Eddie Rojo, and it's now 1-2. Hoare fires it down low inside. That one a little bit dusty, and it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one hit in the air to center field. Charging ahead, calling for it, and grabbing it is Cannon Murtaugh. That's out number 2.
On the order, number 11, Jackson Mercer, the center fielder.
Well, Jackson Mercer got things started in the top of the first with a double down the left field line. That was one of those triangulated pop-ups that landed between a few Tigers, and he ended up scoring. He takes over the inside corner, called strike. Now it's a ball and a strike. So Jackson Mercer 1 for 1. Again, Jackson going to stay here in Tampa and play for USF. A nice change up there from Hoare. He gets the swing and a miss, and like I said earlier, that's going to get some swings and misses there. Same delivery as the fastball. Of course, the fastball's got the steam of a 91-mile-an-hour zip behind it and some arm side run. So you follow it up with that sort of diving changeup he has, and that's going to get him swinging and missing and whiffing. So it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball, I guess high. Certainly over the outside corner, but it looks like it was high. And it's now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Nobody on. Leadoff hitter, center fielder Jackson Mercer, future USF Bull, batting. And there is a rung up strike 3 over the inside corner. Mercer thought he had walked. He thought it was inside, but home plate umpire disagrees, and he's the only one that gets a vote. So that's a looking strikeout in the top half of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. After 1.5, it's Gaither 3, Jesuit 0. All right, due up, Brody Smith, Bryce Bassesi, and Cannon Murtaugh. Well, I got a nice shout out from stadium announcer, the legendary one and only Mike Letting. That was nice of him. I'm Doug Politz, and I'm your friendly neighborhood live stream announcer for Jesuit Tigers. You tell your friends, other relatives, fans of the sport, childhood friends, whatever. This is Jesuit Tigers Sports Network. That's how you find us on YouTube. Brody Smith, who's an RBI machine last game, right fielder. Brody, a 5-time perfect game all-tournament selection. East Tennessee State University is where he is headed, up in Johnson City, Tennessee. Going to be a Buccaneer when he finishes up here. Brody leading the team. That's outside, so 2-0. In on-base percentage, tied for the lead in hits. So he is getting it done, and that one is a breaking ball that he slaps down the right field line. Foul, and it's 2 balls and a strike. So they are playing him to pull. Jackson Mirza off on the right side of midline, just right of center. That one lofted into left field, and Eddie Rojo doesn't even have to really move. Snags it, drifting to maybe a step to his right, and that's it. All right, Bryce Bassesi comes up now. Now, Bryce, sophomore, 6'2", 190-pound sophomore, been a tournament MVP on one occasion. That's a ball low. Okay, all right. Fouled away. And it is now a ball and a strike. That one fouled away. Same thing, down the left field line. And it's now a ball and 2 strikes. And that one outside, and Bryce had sort of committed already, so he had to make sure he got his bat on it. A nice job of doing that. Fouls it back into the screen to stay alive. And Anthony Linares, 16 pitches, 11 strikes, 5 balls. He sometimes sinks to like a submarine delivery on that right-hand side. That one kind of tails off to the outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's that breaking ball, and you know what? Jesuit is tonight. The Tigers are are hitting the breaking ball pretty well. I mean, they're seeing this breaking ball pretty well. Now they're hitting it foul most of the time, but it's not the swing and miss over and over like we've seen some guys get them on breaking balls. And that looked like a changeup that finally got Bassesi after a series of foul balls and sends him back to the dugout. That's 2 away in the bottom of the second. Fastball taken for a strike. Cannon Murtaugh up, the center fielder. Future Duke Blue Devil. And the 0-1. There's that breaking ball, but that's kind of a sweeping one that stayed outside. It's 1-1. Same pitch. So when he drops down kind of with the really lower arm slot, kind of that submarine sort of sidearm, it's staying way outside. So it's starting outside and then going further outside. So these right-handed hitters are laying off it. If he can start that, I mean, honestly, even start it behind a right-handed hitter, then he's going to have more success with that. Shake off, shake off, shake off, shake off. Yeah, Warrener's got to run out there and talk. He and Linares, the last few pitches he has shaken off like 3 times each time. I don't know how many pitches he throws, but there's nobody on base, so it's not like one of those, decoding things that you have to do where there are a series of signs with a runner at second base. I can't imagine there are that many signs. They're just not on the same page. That one down and in. Ball 3. 3-1 to Cannon Murtaugh. Cannon leads the team in stolen bases. And it just, anything hit within about 75 yards of him in center field is an out. Right there is a taken strike. That's that breaking ball. Now he started that one a little more on about it at Cannon's hip. And that one is hit straight up in the air, and all 3 of them are going after it. And this time, it is caught. Anthony Linares played that perfectly. He didn't overrun it. A lot of times you'll see these guys kind of way overrun these pop-ups. That one was in the foul territory in front of the Jesuit dugout, and they'll kind of run really hard for it, and then it starts drifting back toward the field of play, and they're kind of caught leaning backward, and they don't make the catch. He did a great job playing that one. All right, a midweek game here. New pitcher, Mike, Jack Fultz. All right, Jack Fultz. Jack Fultz comes in. Jack is a 5'11", 160-pound junior. Eleven-time perfect game all-tournament selection. I mean, it's like elbowing up to the card table and trying to get a spot with this pitching staff. I mean, it's just loaded with arms. He's thrown 4 1/3 innings. Faced 15 batters so far. Struck out 6 and walked 1. So limited action for Fultz so far. And David Pena comes up. He takes low, ball one. David accounts for the first run of the game as he hit a sacrifice fly to right field to score Mirza. And he takes low. That one he slaps down the right field line, and that lands fair. That'll be extra bases. Fielded out there by Smith, who fires it in. It's cut off by Alvario, but not before David Pena gets another hard hit ball to right field, this time for a double, right down the line. So he leads off with a double, and that brings up pitcher Anthony Linares. David Pena, he's going to play for the UAB Blazers. Pena, a senior, 9-time all-tournament selection, and he just showed you why. So Anthony Linares reached on an error his first time up on a ground ball to shortstop. And this is his second time up, this time against Jack Fultz, who has come on in relief after Brady Hoare worked 2 innings. That's a breaking ball that lands in front of the plate, and it's going to be a wild pitch there that's going to send Pena to third. And that's a free 90 feet. So now, I don't know Linares' prowess at bunting, but the infield is in. And just a ground ball to the right side would do it here. That's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes. It's 2-0. Again, all 4 infielders in, right at the grass. And there is a strike. So it's now 2 balls and a strike. Nobody out and a runner at third. So one of those situations that it would be a great accomplishment to keep him from scoring. That is popped up foul on the first base dugout side, and it lands one of those that drifted back toward the field, and it had Samir a little bit overrun on that one, and it drifted back toward the field and bounced just outside the foul line. Luckily, that didn't bounce fair and stay that way, or that would have been an infield single. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. It has been an adventure. Every pop-up has been a bit of an adventure so far. The 2-2. That one is a swinging bunt, basically. DiCarlo fields it, fires it over in time. A great play by Vincent DiCarlo as he quickly looked back over to third base, and Pena was not trying to come home. And so it just basically is a ground out.
See, they made these kids still take physics, all right? They would learn when something goes in the air, there's an anticipation as to whether to return it.
All right, so Angel Hernandez comes up. He was called out on strikes his first time up, and he lets a breaking ball go for strike 1 here, and that's a good-looking breaking ball. Jack Fultz threw not this little sharp breaking thing. It was kind of just a sweeping breaking ball, and that right there is the same pitch, but it landed in the dirt, smothered by DiCarlo. This is where a catcher like DiCarlo really, he defensively makes it so much better for a pitcher. He can actually throw those breaking balls knowing they're going to be blocked with a runner at third. Fastball up and in, ball 2, 2-1. I mean, if you don't have confidence that your catcher is going to be able to make that, going to be able to block that 2-1, yes, be able to block a pitch like that, then it takes away part of your arsenal. But Fultz has his full complement to attack Hernandez with, and that's a breaking ball. Fultz looks like, where was that? I mean, it broke right into DiCarlo's glove, but did not get the call from home plate umpire, and the count moves to 3-1. Again, infield on the grass. He kicks, fires, and that's hit hard into left field for an RBI single. It bounces off Sheffield, and sliding into second base on the left field error is Angel Hernandez, very alertly, as that one hit Christian's glove or his hip or forearm or something that shot towards center field. A swing and a miss by Albert Antonori, who doubled his first time up. One away, 1 run in already. He hit another one of those pop-ups down that left field line as a double. His first time up. Now that's a ball low. So a ball and a strike. Down and in. And it's 2 balls and a strike. So Jack Foltz, 15 pitches right now. 8 balls, 7 strikes. Up to bat, Albert Antonori, the junior right fielder. That one down and in. Scooped up nicely by DiCarlo, but the count moves to 3-1. Fastball inside, chopped foul. Fills the count up. So Jack Foltz working in relief. Hernandez at second base. Albert Antonori, opposite field double, his first time up. And the count is full now. Gaither Cowboys right now comfortably ahead of Jesuit, 4-0. Taking advantage so far on 5 hits, but even a couple of those were really misplayed balls, and so it's really the 3 errors on Jesuit. Well, 4 now. Mike, we have 4 errors. We have 4 errors. That last. All right, the full count offering from Jack Foltz to Albert Antonori. And it just sails wide, and that's going to be a base on balls. It's going to bring up Ryder Warner. Now, Ryder had a hard line drive single to left field, an RBI, his first time up.
Number 21, Ryder Warner.
One out, top of the 3rd. And Warner awaits. That one fouled straight back. A fastball kind of right at the letters, and he went for it. Took a big hack there, but fouls it back. There's a breaking ball, check swing. He did not go. laid off that one. Fultz breaking ball. It's a good-looking pitch. If he can land that thing, then he's in business because his fastball's got plenty enough on it. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. The throw from DiCarlo in time, but off the mark, and a sliding stolen base for Angel Fernandez. So both men move up 90 feet, and now there are runners at second and third. With one out, and Gaither looking to add to this 4-0 lead in the top of the third. Infield is in. Again. Fastball right down the middle, called strike 3. Boy, Warner's upset with himself there. Fultz, a great job with that. He put that one right over the outside corner, or maybe middle out, and he got the called strike 3, which is exactly what he needed to move this to 2 outs now. And everybody can just play their regular depth in the infield as Ryan Deke comes up. He flew out to left field his first time up, and Fultz lands the curveball to lead him off 0-1 now. He squares to bunt, does not offer, ball high. Fastball up high. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. All right, again, runners at second and third. 2 outs, top of the third. A big moment if Fultz can get out of this. That one hit in the air, foul, drifting out of play on the right side and landing out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sort of right at that twilight time where you can lose balls up in this sort of pre-night sky. Last thing we need right now. And that is a fastball over the outside corner, and a nice job by Ryan Deke sticking the bat out, fouling that off. As I think he was fooled by it, as that got on top of that got to the outside corner a little bit quicker than I think Ryan Deke was expecting after a few breaking balls. And so he just stuck the bat out really quickly, fouls it back into the net, and stays alive. Now Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. That one hit high in the air. Foul ball to the left side. Third baseman Bryce Bessesi hits off his glove and lands foul. And the count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. He was a little bit more camped under that one than they have. A lot of these other ones have been just sort of over pursued as that ball works its way back toward the field. So well, they always used to say, throw us a ground ball. You could never mean it more than now. And he does. It is scooped up by Bessesi, who sends it across in time and limits the damage. Retires the side on a 5-3 ground out. All right, so in the top of the third, the Cowboys get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 2 men left on base. We move to the bottom of the third, and it's 4-0 Gaither. Hey, Austin, this is like, you know, they always say, like in Little League, they'll say to the pitcher, you know, now they always say, throw us a ground ball. You never meant it more than now. Don't let it hit anything in the air. Throw us a ground ball, man. Throw nothing but splitters and sinkers and whatever. But we're not having very good luck at pop flies tonight.
I think they're looking forward to spring break already. They already in spring break.
All right, heading to the bottom of the third here. Wilson Anderson, Tyler Moran, and Tyler Alvario to face Anthony Linares. All right, Wilson Anderson. Everybody knows Wilson's name by now. Headed to Mississippi State to play for the Bulldogs up in Starkville. He is the #1 right-handed pitcher in the United States. A nice drag bunt, barehanded by Linares, and a beautiful play to throw a strike to first baseman Jeffrey Kavicki, and that is about as well as you can play that. A perfect bunt, just perfectly played by the pitcher. Man, oh man, he fields his position really well. There's a fastball too tall for Tyler Moran. Tyler has been selected twice for a perfect game all tournaments. And that is a soft liner right to first baseman Kavicki. Just has to catch it, and he does, and it's out #2. Tyler Alvario, second baseman, his first shot at Anthony Linares, and he watches strike one. Now, Linares, he looks like he's got a lot more zip and run on his fastball. It's almost like he's been saving this because it's been a lot of that sweeping, breaking ball, and now he's got a lot more gumption, just a whole lot more energy in his delivery, and he's just humming it, and he's got great movement on it, and it's a swinging strike three. All right, a quick bottom of the third as no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. It is 4-0 after 3. Hey, Zach. Zach, how you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, man. I'm doing all right. Thank you. Likewise. Good to be seen. He's fine. He's doing great. Who? Oh, we got another pitcher up here. All right, Hector Rivera is going to come in for an inning of relief, or maybe more than one inning of relief. Hector Rivera, an 11-time perfect game all-tournament selection, the number 30 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida in this junior class. He's 6'1", 187. Has been a tournament MVP in a perfect game tournament at one point. He just, like I said, he's elbowed his way to the card table here. He's going to get a hand dealt to him by this stacked pitching staff. All right, somebody in the chat is watching from Atlanta. Barbara Arnold, awesome. Okay, so if you're watching on YouTube, just tap into the chat and let us all know where you're watching from. All over the place the other night we had, because we had Miller School of Albemarle from Charlottesville, Virginia, so a lot of the Mid-Atlantic region was watching. Had a whole bunch of viewers that night. That was a great bunch. They were a nice group of fans, a good competitive team. They were good. Okay, Gaither enjoys a 4-0 lead right now, and Jeffrey Kavicki comes up. He lined out to right fielder Brody Smith his first time up. So we're now in the top of the fourth, right at 1 hour into this. That one, a rolling ball to second base. Over to his left is Alvario, who scoops it and tosses it over accurately to Muhammad. And it's a 4-3 ground out to start things off. All right, one away. Eddie Rojo, the left fielder, comes up. Eddie flew out to shallow center field his first time up. He chokes up on the bat a little bit. And that one, a bouncing ball, backhanded by Wilson Anderson at shortstop. The one hopper over is scooped up by Samir Muhammad, and a great play. A great play by Wilson Anderson to get over into the 5-6 hole, flawlessly backhanded, and then send it across. We know he's got the arm for it, but a great scoop by Samir Muhammad. That was a highlight reel play. That brings up leadoff hitter, center fielder Jackson Mirza, future USF Bull. He has doubled down the left field line and been called out on strikes, and he hits that one in the air to left field. Christian Sheffield under it, and he brings it in for a 3-up, 3-down inning. All right, Sheffield gets out number 3, and that is a quick top of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, no Cowboys left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-0 Gaither. All right, due up, top of the order. Thank you. Sheffield, DeCarlo, and Muhammad. Awesome. We got Jason Pask in Alabama. Right now we got Florida, Georgia, and Alabama on the broadcast tonight. I agree with you, Barbara Arnold. It's pretty cool that you can just watch these high schoolers play. All you need is internet access. All right, Christian Sheffield, his first time up, he grounded out to shortstop. Christian out in left field tonight, oftentimes playing over at second base, where he is ranked 15th in the junior class in the state of Florida by perfect game. And he stands in against Anthony Linares and chops it foul. So now Linares, he's really found a groove with his fastball that from that sort of low arm slot, kind of a side-armed fastball, and then it's running back into these right-handed hitters. And man, that is a really tough pitch. So obviously to the left-handers, it runs away from them. That was a pretty good pitcher. Greg Maddox had a fastball that would run in that direction. He got a few people out with that. A swing and an empty hack. A ball and 2 strikes now to Sheffield. Christian, one of those guys you just want him to get on base any kind of way because it is just utter chaos for the other team when he does. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He runs well. He's got great instincts on the base paths. And then you got hitters coming up behind him. He doesn't stay put long once he gets to first base. A swing and an empty hack on that sweeping breaking ball. And he sends him back to the dugout on strikes. All right, 1 away. Vincent DiCarlo comes on. Now, Vincent, a hard line drive single to center field, his first time up. And he wears that one on his back hip, on the back of the left hip there, and he's hit by pitch, and he'll head over to first base. Now, he is going to get a runner, and that's going to be number 5. Colin Kenny in to run for him, brings up Samir Muhammad. All right, Samir Muhammad, big 6'5", 250-pounder. He's been a tournament MVP twice, the number 4 overall player in the state of Florida in the sophomore class. And he swings and takes a breezy hack at a running fastball. It's that same one I keep telling you about. That's that arm side run, that fastball that's running back toward the right-handed hitter. He throws over. Kenny dives back.
Yes. He was an old-time scout. His daughter. Yeah, I remember that,
The throw over again. Well, that was interesting. The umpire just kind of had his right hand held out. He was obviously signaling to the pitcher that he can't pitch yet, but now everything's good. That one looked like a little cutter, and that's fouled back into the netting. Now it's 0-2. All right, so 0-2. Colin Kenny at first base. He's running for Vincent DiCarlo, who was hit by a pitch. Samir Muhammad up, a 5-time tournament most valuable pitcher and 2-time tournament MVP. He is a perfect game tournament All-American and 35 times has been named to the All-Tournament team. Built quite a resume as a sophomore. He's also on Team USA. And that one hit in the air, foul, popped up and out of play to the right side. Count remains 0-2. March 25th, I think, something like that. It's, yeah. There is that running fastball that gets him swinging. And I'll tell you, Linares is in the groove. He is dialed in with that running side-armed fastball into those right-handed hitters. I'm not in the giving advice business, but I'd say keep throwing that. 2 away. Brings up Brody Smith, who lined out to left field his first time up. Spins and slings back toward first base, and Colin Kenny keeps diving right back in time. And there he goes. Ball outside. No, he doesn't. He bluffs and got caught way off the base. Ryder Warner tried for the back pick. Colin Kenny does get back in time, but he was well off first base. It looked like he was trying to steal second and then hit the brakes. Fastball. Now that was from a little bit higher arm slot. That was more like 3/4 delivery, and that one sailed a little bit outside to the left-handed hitting Brody Smith. Of course, Brody going to play for the East Tennessee State Buccaneers, the senior outfielder. There's a breaking ball, and that hits the outside corner for a called strike. Boy, that's a nice pitch. And you can just tell that you can watch a young pitcher when they're feeling it, and you can just tell by their body language. And Linares is feeling it. He is all confidence right now. There's a fastball, and that's right over the outside corner, and it evens up the count to Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on base, and Jesuit still scoreless here. 4-0, trailing Gaither, bottom of the 4th. Colin Kenny takes off. Ball outside. The throw is on time. The snag, the tag, not in time. So a ball outside and a stolen base for Colin Kenny. So it's a full count now for Brody Smith. Has a runner in scoring position in Colin Kenny, who's running for Vincent DiCarlo. But this is an RBI opportunity, and Brody Smith has proven to be pretty good at those. Had 5 of them Monday night. En route to a 7-2 win. And Linares kicks and delivers, and that one is swung on and missed, but it's a drop third strike. This time the ball gets away from Warner after the swinging strike, so Brody's going to be safe at first base, and Kenny's going to move to third. Okay, Bryce Bassesi comes up. Now Bryce, 23-time all-tournament selection, 1-time tournament MVP. Playing third base tonight, the sophomore is, but he also he's the number 9 ranked catcher in the state of Florida as a sophomore, but he's got Vincent DiCarlo ahead of him in the pecking order there. That's a breaking ball for Linares. And we will see how Anthony Linares does. He's in a great spot here to kind of put out Jesuit's best threat. I mean, toughest threat so far, but he's facing Bryce Bassesi, who often comes through in these situations. A ground ball right to Ryan Deek, who makes the play, makes the throw, makes the out, and Jesuit remains scoreless. All right, bottom of the 4th. No Jesuit runs, no hits, no Cowboy errors, and 2 Jesuit Tigers left on base. We are finished with 4 innings. Gaither Cowboys 4, Jesuit Tigers 0. Okay, David Pena, the future UAB Blazer, who has hit 2 balls hard to right field. One was a sacrifice fly in the first inning to score the game's first run, and then a double down the line. His first time facing Hector Rivera. Fastball misses twice, 2-0. That one sliced foul back into the netting here on the third base side, and now it's 2-1. There's a breaking ball that stays wide, and Hector Rivera working from the stretch. That's a running fastball that gets a swing and a miss. So David Pena, I mean, it looks like he could play linebacker for the Cowboy football team. He runs well, he swings the bat well, ball outside, and that is a base on balls for David Pena. It brings up pitcher Anthony Linares. Linares has reached on an error and grounded out, and he is hit by pitch there, so he'll get base. He'll get a free base. And now there are 2 Cowboys aboard, nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Brings up Angel Hernandez. Now Angel, the second baseman and the cleanup hitter, he has been called out on strikes and hit a single to left field. What's that? You got a runner?
Yeah, runner first for the pitcher.
It was the pitcher. It was Anthony Linares. If y'all can figure out who that is, I'll be happy to say it. But forgive us, guys. They're black jerseys with blue writing. It's a little harder to pick up. Outside, ball 1. We do have a courtesy runner at first base for pitcher Linares. Yes. A swing and a miss. And Hector Rivera's version of that running fastball just as effective as Anthony Linares. A ball and a strike. He squares to bunt, but he pops it up away and foul straight back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one, a high Baltimore chop to shortstop. Fielded by Wilson Anderson, who fires it across and just not in time to get Angel Hernandez. It was in the air so long. It was a big Baltimore chop. And Wilson played it after it bounced on the dirt out there, and he was basically at the junction of the dirt of the infield and the grass of the outfield. No chance. So, I guess so. No, it's not 24. It's not. There's not a 24. There is a breaking ball to Albert Antonori. That's a ball outside. He has doubled and walked. That's correct. What you have up there is right. All right, so Albert Antonori, nowhere to put him. Nobody out. Bases full. That is a hard line drive to right field. It's going to score Pena. The throw comes in from Brody Smith, cut off by Muhammad, and everybody moves up one base. Most importantly, David Pena crosses home plate. The second hit of the night. Second hit of the night for Albert Antonori. And we're going to have a mound visit here. It is now 5-0 Gaither, and there's nobody out here in the top of the fifth, and the bases are loaded. Up steps Ryder Warner, who has singled in a run and been called out on strikes. So a big huddle up at the mound. Well, this is one of those scenarios where you want, Hector Rivera Jr., right-handed pitcher. This is great experience for a young pitcher. Who's that? Gotcha. Xavier Rosario is the courtesy runner at third base. He had to get all the way to third base so he'd be close enough where we could tell what his number is. All right. Rivera, a nice. That looked like a changeup. Called strike. That was a nice looking pitch. Working from the stretch, which he does the whole time. He's always working from the stretch. And a lot of these young guys do this now. Now that's a fastball. That's that arm side run fastball. It misses a little off the inside part of the plate. But you know what? I like that pitch, especially with a big guy like Warner up there. I'd rather keep it right in on his hands. There's a breaking ball that dives in for strike two. Nice looking pitch there from Rivera. And this is where, like I was saying, this is great experience for him. Man, you string a couple of strikeouts together here and get out of this inning. That is really, really a great piece of experience for your. He gets it there for a developing young pitcher, and there he gets a swinging strikeout. So, case in point. I'll just keep saying it. Maybe it'll keep happening. All right, so that brings up Ryan Deek, the shortstop, who has flown out to left field, grounded out to third. So he has put the bat on the ball both times tonight. That's a fastball down, dusty, and ball one. So with the bases loaded here, boy, it'd be a huge time for Rivera to get him on strikes. But Deke has swung the bat well, and he's turned around to bunt, and he offers and fouls it off back into the netting. So it looked like they had the safety squeeze on. I get what he wants to do here, but quite honestly, it has not been the most polished night of fielding by a long stretch, by a long shot for Jesuit. I'd just say just get the ball in play. And when you have a team that's having some defensive struggles, just make them make plays. And sometimes just routine outs are not automatic outs because confidence starts getting shaken. And so, I understand he wants to bunt here. I get it. But good things happen when you put the ball in play. Now, that's a fly ball to center field. It is gloved by Cannon Murtaugh and then thrown all the way to third base. So the sacrifice fly is going to score Rosario from third, and Ryan Deek has him an RBI. All right, 2 outs now. Brings up Jeffrey Kavicki. He has hit it to the right side both times. He has lined out to right field and grounded out to second base. There's that breaking ball, sort of a sweeping breaking ball right in for a strike. 0-1. Now there's 2 outs, but there are 2 more runs that have scored. It's 6-0 Gaither now. There goes the runner at first base, and they're going to let him go. Ball high, and Albert Antonori, no throw made, as he just has a straight steal of second base. With the runner at third, DiCarlo did not throw to second base. There's a question. Menendez is talking to the home plate umpire. I think that what he's talking about, I think Miguel is saying that he thinks that might have been catcher interference or batter interfering with Vincent's throw. Miguel's basically saying, look, man, they're beating us 6-0. They don't need the help. It's like when you're trying to save a fish from drowning. Okay. Swinging an empty hack. And the 1-2, and that one sliced foul into the bank parking lot. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Gaither with runners at second and third. By no stretch would I think that they are done until this out is made. There's a breaking ball, misses off the mark outside. Didn't miss by much, but it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on, 2 runs in. Jeffrey Kavicki, the first baseman, who is 0 for 2 right now, but has hit the ball well twice. That's a fastball, rings him up over the outside corner. Nicely done by Hector Rivera. Okay, top of the 5th. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. Move to the bottom of the 5th. It's 6-0 Gaither. Anthony Linares still out there. And Menendez going back out to home plate umpire, just talking with him a little bit more. Due up, Cannon Murtaugh, Wilson Anderson, and Tyler Moran. Yeah, that's the same guy. Linares, 49 pitches so far, 32 strikes, 17 balls. He has been outstanding. Has held Jesuit to 1 run. That was one hit, and that was Vincent DiCarlo's single up the middle in the first inning. He has mixed a curveball with a running fastball. It's just, and he's just a gamer, you can tell. He's confident, he's in a groove, not fazed by anything. He has just sliced through this lineup so far. Great outing so far for him. He enters his 5th frame of work now into the windup. A breaking ball and a perfect drag bunt, but it hits that lip and veers foul as Cannon Murtaugh had himself an infield single there if that stayed fair. see how quickly he got down the line there. That's what he does out in center field. I mean, he covers more ground than pine pollen. And he stands in. It's 0-1. And he chops that one foul. Yeah, I think he did go. Yes, he did. That was that sweeping breaking ball, and he did get him swinging on that. It was way outside, but Cannon was too far into the swing to hold up. And he heads back to the dugout and brings up Wilson Anderson. Wilson has essentially been thrown out on what was a drag bunt, but a great play by Anthony Linares coming off the mound. There's that breaking ball, and he has just as much confidence at this point throwing that as he does that running fastball. He's just having himself a great night. Fastball right over the outside corner, and Wilson Anderson is quickly down 0-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. Breaking ball well off the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Linares with 56 pitches so far. 37 strikes, 19 balls. That's a perfect ratio there. That's a breaking ball. Swung on and fouled off. Had he not swung on it, it would have been strike 3. It was headed right to the glove of Ryder Warner. And a swing and a miss on a running fastball that gets it right by Wilson Anderson, and another strikeout for Anthony Linares. And the Cowboys are getting closer and closer to putting this one in the W column if Jesuit doesn't mount a comeback soon. Tyler Moran comes up. Breaking ball floats outside. And he has lined out. That's a hard ground ball right at shortstop Ryan Deek, who hauls it in and heaves it out and gets it. Perfectly played. I mean, boy, he is a good shortstop. All right, so in the bottom of the 5th inning, it's no runs, no hits, no errors, no Tigers left on base after 5 complete. 6-0 Gaither. And that's going to bring out Keen Hyer, I believe. Stand by 1. All right, stand by. He struck out looking. All right, Keen Hyer, the senior left-hander. He is a future University of Richmond Spider. Hyer working from the stretch. fires high, ball one. So Eddie Rojo, the left fielder, a fly out to center field, and then a ground out to shortstop. So he is 0 for 2 so far. Keen Hyer, 7 innings pitched so far. That one hit on the ground to Samir Muhammad at first base. He scoops it up and calls off Hyer and says, I'll step on it myself. And he gets the U3 ground out. Jackson Mirza, the center fielder, comes up for the 4th time tonight. He is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a fly out to left field. Facing Keen Hyer. That one, a bouncing ball up the middle. Alvario gets it, fires it across, and he does not get Jackson Mirza. It was a slow enough ball toward the middle of the infield, like right by second base. Alvario gets over there, fields it cleanly, throws it back over to first, but Mirza beat it out. Infield single. Speed kills. And that's going to bring up David Pena, switch hitting third baseman. As from the left side tonight, has had a sacrifice fly to right field, a double down the right field line, and walked. He's a future UAB Blazer, and now he'll swing from the right side. There goes Mirza. Ball one. The throw is in time, but it short hops and gets past Alvario, and that's going to be, that was a ball. A stolen base for Jackson Mirza. So the future USF Bull is having a great game. Jackson Mirza is, and so is David Pena. Pena up 1-0. He has doubled, hit a sacrifice fly, and walked. So he is 1 for 1 tonight. He lets that one go. His first time to bat right-handed tonight. And it's now 2-0. Keen Hyer has struck out 14 and walked 6 in 7 innings. That's kind of a slicing slider that he throws slash cutter, and it backs Vina off the plate. And the count moves to 3-0. I bet you he is swinging 3-0. He is swinging, and he is getting another base hit to right field. An opposite field soft liner into right field that moves Mirza to third base, and David Pena is hot as a fire ant on a fever blister. Another base hit for him. Anthony Linares comes up. Now Anthony has reached on an error, grounded out, and been hit by a pitch. He stands in with runners at the corners and 1 out. Keen Hyer kicks and delivers, and the breaking ball's in there for strike 1. There goes Pena, and the swing and foul ball. So he's just going on first movement here. Vina took off and probably had a good chance of stealing that base. There he goes. Fouls it straight back. So no mystery here. David Pena trying to get down to second base. Gaither fully in control. 6-0 and 2 men on with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. pitcher Anthony Linares up. Now that's a throw over to first base. Just seeing if he's locked into that first movement, or does he still pay attention to what Hyer's doing? And it looks like he got back easily there. A long look in. He comes set at the letters, and maybe the look was a little bit too long for Anthony Linares' taste. And he backs out, regroups, and returns to the batter's box. Right-handed hitting Linares. There goes Pena, sorry. Ball down in the dirt. Pena gets the stolen base that time. So now, runners are at second and third. And Anthony Linares up with a 2 RBI opportunity, and the infield comes in. Breaking ball is, it looked like it was going to be a strike, but no, it was a little bit too high. And it's 2-2. That one, a Baltimore chop to Anderson is short. In to home plate to Vincent DiCarlo. Mirza slides right into DiCarlo, jolts him a little bit, but he hangs on to the ball, and it is a 6-2 tag out at home plate on the fielder's choice. No, this is the number 4 hitter, Angel Hernandez, the same guy. Yes. Yeah. All right, Angel Hernandez up. Anthony Linares was just at the plate. And he's at first base now because he's probably got a runner because he's the pitcher. That one popped straight up in the air towards shortstop. Wilson Anderson under it. He makes the grab. And the third out. No. Still 6-0. All right, top of the 6th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Gaither 6, Jesuit 0.
I got Eddie Rojo grounding out unassisted to the first baseman.
Are you going from the beginning of the inning? Yeah. He grounded out, unassisted to the first baseman.
Then Mirza got a hit.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Just reviewing everything with Mike Letting up here, making sure the books are straight. Got to tell you, the most important thing is just that line score up there. It's 6 runs for Gaither, 9 hits, no errors. Jesuit, no runs, 1 hit, committed 4 errors. All right, Tyler Alvario, he struck out his first time up, and Anthony Linares is still up there. He is 60 pitches into this, 40 strikes, 20 balls, and he has been in a groove here for several innings. And Jesuit needs to get him out of this groove and in a hurry. That's a fastball that is inside and high. So it's 2-0, or 2-0. There's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. That one hit hard to left field and angling foul and landing foul. So that was a breaking ball that Alvario was out in front of. Got the meat of the bat on it just too early. It evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one hit in the air to center field. Mirza gives chase, and he makes the catch. Well played. No surprise. He has been outstanding in every aspect of the game tonight. No wonder USF wants him on their team. So out number 1 by Tyler Alvario brings up leadoff hitter Christian Sheffield, who has grounded out and struck out swinging. He will face Linares for the 3rd time now. And he does not chase the outside fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 6th here. There's a breaking ball. That was down low, scooped up by Warner, and sends it back up to the mound. A good way to get something started would be Christian Sheffield being on the base paths. Let's see what he can do to get on there. There's a breaking ball, and that was a little bit high, I guess. 3 balls, no strikes. Linares 68 pitches. There are 2 pitchers working out in the Gaither bullpen. There's a breaking ball for a strike. Now, you don't see that often from a young pitcher, that he gets to 3-0 and he goes to the breaking ball to get himself a strike. And Ryder Warner, I think he's got a problem with his belt. His belt malfunction or something. Yeah, he's getting a new belt. He's getting a good laugh over there with his teammates. So I don't know if something happened to his belt buckle or what. But he's threading a new belt through the loops, trying to work around that chest protector, and he is all suited up and heads back behind the plate. All right, Christian Sheffield awaits. 3 balls, 1 strike. Oh, and that one hits Sheffield up on the shoulder, I believe. He stands up on his own accord here, but I think it got him up on the shoulder. So he will get to first base, and yes, he's kind of rolling that shoulder around, so that's where it hit him. All right, so Christian Sheffield, my guess is it won't be 2 or 3 pitches, and he will be making a break for second base. Okay, out comes pitching coach for the Cowboys to huddle everybody up at the 70 pitch mark. Vincent DiCarlo comes up. Vincent has singled up the middle and been hit by a pitch. This is his third time up. All right, Vincent DiCarlo, number 2 catcher in the state of Florida in this senior class. The throw over chases Sheffield back to first. Breaking ball over the outside corner, called strike 1. Great placement on that one, right over the outside corner. Not much a right-hander is going to do with that. The throw over. In time. There's one of those random gunshots from the track meet. There's a breaking ball. Breaking ball is up too high. A ball is striking out. One hit for Jesuit tonight, and it has been courtesy of Vincent DiCarlo. A nice line drive straight up the middle, way back in the first inning. There's a breaking ball, same spot, same result. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sheffield dives back in time. Linares does a really good job of keeping runners honest at first base. He has a quick move and a hard, accurate throw right down where Kavicki can make the tag. And that's that sweeping breaking ball, and DiCarlo a good job just fouling that thing off. Out of play toward the bank, right over the first base dugout. And the count stands at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not much life from the Jesuit side of the bleachers tonight because there hadn't been much to cheer about. That's that breaking ball right over the outside corner. He cannot place this any better. And he fouls it off into the bank parking lot right off the end of his bat. I mean, I'm going to tell you, Anthony Linares cannot place that breaking ball any better. It is darting right over the outside corner, maybe even just an inch or 2 outside, so you can't lay off it. And that's it. And DiCarlo hits that one on the meat, and it's sort of a dying quail that gets down to the ground in right field for a single. Sheffield all the way to third base. Great job of running. Those are those instincts. And DiCarlo's single, and then he goes to second base on the throw. Okay, 1 out, and this would be the rosiest opportunity Jesuit has had to plate a run tonight. You got Samir. Oh, no, we're going to get a. Looks like we're going to get a new pitcher here, Anthony Linares, after 76 pitches, 49 strikes, 27 balls. The senior has had quite an outing tonight. He's given up 1 hit, no runs, and he's going to go to left field. Left fielder Eddie Rojo is going to go to center, and I think Jackson Merza is going to come in and pitch. from center field. Colin Kinney's running. Mike, center field. The left fielder just went to center, and the pitcher went out to left field. So Anthony Linares, 8 strikeouts. Gives up, yes, it's Mirza, yeah, 11. So he gave up 2 hits.
Moving over from left field to center field is Eddie Warhol. And going out to play center field, the former pitcher, Anthony Linares.
All right, Jackson Mirza, 7-time perfect game all tournament selection. We've mentioned his offense, his defense, and now his pitching. He gets it up to 87 miles an hour. He will be facing Samir Muhammad. And Samir has been victim of strikeout twice so far tonight. And now left-hander Jackson Mirza comes in relief with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Has a 6-run Cowboy lead. He really is a cushion here. But Cowboys, of course, wanting to close the door on this one, get out of this inning, and hopefully shut the Tigers down next inning and get out of here with a victory. We have 2 hits now, Mike. That's a fastball upstairs, ball 1.
Billy play for Terry?
Yeah.
Samir Muhammad awaits Mirza. He fires it in there, fouls it off, straight back. And we are now 2 hours into this one. That is a fastball down and in, and it gets away from Warner, but Sheffield does not make a break for it. It ricocheted off toward the third base dugout. Could he have made it? He could have, but you don't want to run yourself and you want to score. You don't want to get out trying to score. Fouls it off. This is a grand opportunity for Jesuit to get a couple of these runs back. Wisely, Christian Sheffield did not try it there. This is where you want to rely on your big guy to come through for you and get you a hit somewhere and bring these guys in. Mirza into the windup. He delivers, and he gets the swinging strikeout on a diving slider. And that's 2 away, and all the infielders can go back to their regular depth as Brody Smith comes up. He is lined out to left and reached first base on a dropped third strike. Jackson Mirza, wind up, strike 1. Man, oh man. Pitchers for Gaither have been absolutely on target all night. There's a breaking ball that spins in for strike 2. It's now 0-2 to Brody Smith. 2 teammates, second and third. Fastball outside. Warner stops it. Looked like it was trying to get away from him, but it doesn't. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Sheffield at third. Colin Kinney running for DiCarlo at second. Fastball gets the swinging strike 3. on Brody Smith, and Jackson Mirza comes in and just shuts the door on the Jesuit threat. All right, so it's now, let's see, bottom of the sixth. No runs, one hit, no errors, 2 men left on base. We move to the top of the seventh inning. It's 6-0 Gaither. Okay. All right. Let me get my bearings here, folks. Just stand by one. All right, Nicholas Deacon, destined to play for University of Chicago Maroons, a D3 school up in Chicago. He is a senior, a 6'6", 225-pound senior. As I mentioned, he's elbowed his way up to the card table here to sneak in an inning in this loaded pitching staff. 7-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Fastball up to 89 miles an hour. He has his work cut out for him with Albert Antonori, who has doubled, walked, singled. He is 2 for 2. He'll be followed by Ryder Warner, who swung the bat well as well tonight. We enter the seventh inning, and Jesuit down by 6 runs, yet to score one of their own. All right, Albert Antonori comes up. And there's strike one, and that's a pretty good start for Nick Deacon. Fastball right over the outside corner, and a strike 2. So Nick Deacon, again, big 6'6" senior righty, works from the stretch. There's a nice breaking ball. He reminds me a lot of Alex Bryant. Tall guy, nice looking breaking ball, enough zip on the fastball to get your attention with that too. Alex Bryant up playing for Boston College now. That's a breaking ball up and away. He was at Holy Cross. He left here, went to Holy Cross after graduation, and then has since transferred to Boston College. Fastball fouled straight back. And Nick Deacon with a 2-2 count against Albert Antonori. 2 base hits for Antonori already. Left-handed hitting right fielder. The fastball high and tight, and it's a full count. So nobody out. 6 runs across for Gaither tonight. 9 hits. That one, a foul ball straight back. So Albert Antonori has worked this to a full count on 7 pitches so far. Fastball called strike 3, and he is not happy with himself. You can see as soon as that one went across, he got me. Tip your hat to him. You know, sometimes the pitcher gets it. You had 2 hits tonight, and you've been great. It's a tough game, man. You got nothing to be disappointed about tonight. Ryder Warner singled and struck out twice. That one hit straight up the middle. It is backhanded by Alvario. The throw across gets there in time to get Warner. A great play. Up the middle, backhanded by second baseman Alvario. On the run, throws it back across his body. Right on target to Samir on one hop, and he gets the 4-3 ground out.
Number 8, Ryan Deek, the shortstop.
And the smooth fielding Ryan Deek comes up, the shortstop. He has flown out, grounded out, and hit a sacrifice fly. That's a fastball, too high, ball 1. High, he buzzes the tower, and Ryan Deek hits the deck. That one was going straight at his head. Track meet still going on out there at Corral Memorial Stadium. That hit hard on the ground to third base. Scooped up and slung across, and that's out number 3. Bryce Bassesi with a nice play. All right, 1, 2, 3 there in the top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on, or nobody left on base. It's 6-0 heading into the bottom of the 7th. Okay, due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Bryce Bassesi, Cannon Murtaugh, and Wilson Anderson. Sophomore Bassesi has struck out and grounded out. 23-time all-tournament selection. 1-time tournament MVP. Faces Jackson Mirza, who starts him off with a curveball that lands right in the strike zone. Taken ball 1, or taken strike 1, 0-1. Fastball right there, strike 2. Fastball outside. And I tell you what, watching Jackson Mirza, future USF Bull, he's one of these guys that you watch and he plays the game the right way. There's no showboating. There's no hot dogging. He runs well, defends well, plays hard, throws well, hits well. I mean, the swing and a strikeout for Jackson Mirza. That's out number 1. I mean, he is the type of guy you watch play and you say, okay, yeah, I'll take him on my team any day. Just an excellent young player. Bright future. Cannon Murtaugh up. He has popped out and struck out in a swing and empty hack on that slider from Mirza. Mirza works very quickly. He is up, ready to go as soon as the batter gets in the box. Into his windup, he kicks and delivers. That's a fastball inside, ball 1. A ball and a strike. We have 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. As Gaither trying to shut the door here. That's a fastball from Jackson Mirza, up and out. And it's now 2 balls and a strike to Cannon Murtaugh. Junior, center fielder, future Duke Blue Devil. That one outside, ball 3. So Mirza looking to recalibrate here and not spot Jesuit a base runner. Here comes the 3-1. That one inside. And Cannon Murtaugh is aboard. Brings up let's see, Wilson Anderson Wilson has grounded out what was essentially a attempted drag bunt. And exceptional play by the pitcher fielding his position. So he's grounded out and gone down swinging. Wilson Anderson, of course, a Team USA player. Number 4 overall player in the state of Florida. Number 16 overall player in the junior class in the whole country. 21-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Fastball too tall, and it's a ball and no strikes. 1 out. Again, Kenan Murtaugh at first. Doubt he's going anywhere. That one fouled off, out of play toward the bank parking lot. That one, same result. Fastball fouled back over the grandstand toward the bank parking lot. And Mirza in the driver's seat here. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Anderson. A swing and an empty hack, and he gets him. And that's 2 outs, and so Gaither is an out away from a shutout on the road here at Jesuit. Tyler Moran up. He has lined out and grounded out. And there's a foul ball out of play. Again, Mirza works very quickly. 23 pitches, 14 strikes, 9 balls. Working from the stretch, of course, with Murtaugh at first. And there goes Murtaugh. A swing and an empty hack. The throw down there is too late. On target, but too late. Swinging strike 2. And Murtaugh with the team-leading stolen base. So 0-2. And that is a called strike 3. And there is good reason for the Gaither Cowboys to celebrate, as that is a 6-0 shutout on the road at Jesuit. All right, folks. So let's see for the Gaither Cowboys. Tip your hat to the pitching staff. They register 13 Jesuit strikeouts tonight. So 13 strikeouts for Anthony Linares and Jackson Mirza combined. They give up just 2 hits, no runs, just a stellar dominating outing from the Gaither pitching staff and defense. Jesuit had a tough go of it from the very beginning tonight. A first inning, a handful of errors and misplayed pop-ups, and it was just not a defensive gem by any means for Jesuit. Lots to work on in that aspect, but the road doesn't get any easier. See, it's John Carroll Catholic here from Fort Pierce here Friday night, and then it's on to IMG in Bradenton next Tuesday night. So it's 6 runs for Gaither on 9 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Jesuit, no runs, 2 hits, 4 errors, and 5 men left on base. So that's going to pretty much do it, folks. Let's just flush this one and forget about it and regroup for Friday night. Thank you, guys. I'm Doug Polites. It's so nice to bring these games to you. Thank you for tuning in. Almost 300 of you guys watching tonight. From Georgia to Alabama to Florida, it just couldn't be happier to be able to do this for you. Good night. Drive safely, and see you Friday night.